Hey there, everyone. How are you doing today? So, I wanted to record this live stream because I saw a great pickup on a video or a live stream I did last week talking about my over $25,000 in lost rent or delayed rents or whatever you want to call that. It seems like a lot of folks are interested in the pain that landlords can go through. And I get it. I'm here to, I don't know, both entertain and help. So I thought I would share with you my most painful tenant story. And I'm going to tell the whole story. But yes, I always refer to this as the hammer party. And you will see why in just a minute. So this happened to me back in about 2007, might have been early 2008. So we had a fair amount of units at that point. And as always, we have had a property manager because we don't invest in the city that we live in. So lo and behold, a tenant comes in to pay rent at the property managers with a check. And we go ahead and look to apply that rent to the unit. And lo and behold, the people at the front desk at the property manager say, hey, I forget his name at this point. Let's just call him Mark. Mark, thank you for this, but is this the right address? Because we don't have you as the tenant for this building or for this unit. It was in an apartment building. And Mark, again, not his name. I forgot after 20 or 13 years what it is, but Mark, is this the right address? And he goes, yes. And he goes, well, we don't have you on the lease. Are you a roommate? He goes, starting to get a little nervous, a little dicey. Mark goes, no, so and so, who was the actual tenant, has gone to jail, and he asked me to watch his unit. We're like, oh, we were not notified that he went to jail. What happened? What's going on? So lo and behold, he had gone to jail like 3 or 4 days before. We didn't know, no communication. And we said, well, thank you for the rent. We can't take it. We won't accept it. But if you will apply and you qualify, we can go ahead and let you take over the unit, after we validate what's going on with, the former tenant. So he goes ahead and fills out an application 24 hours later, brings it in, and I don't know why Mark thought this, but as we turned out, my team did what they were supposed to do. We went to validate the information. As it turns out, the only thing that was truthful on the application was his name. And that is probably because we had his name from the check. So we knew who Mark was. He lied about employment. He lied about where he lived in the past. He just lied about income. He lied about all kinds of things. So my team, my supervisor, went to the apartment building, went to Mark's unit, or the unit that he was occupying. It wasn't his unit, and had a conversation with him and let him know that he needed to be out. We didn't approve his application, and we were posting a notice to vacate. This is where it gets interesting. Mark was not happy. Clearly said again, I can give you rent, I can give you a check, I have plenty of money, blah, blah, blah. Take it, take it, take it. I got nowhere to go. At which point said no, didn't qualify. Again, reminded him that he's not on the lease and he is essentially trespassing. Something like that. So Mark is agitated. My team leaves and we get an emergency call. It's like 1:30 in the morning. Apparently, Mark has decided to throw a bring your own hammer party. He invited all of his friends to bring a hammer, and they started drinking, playing very, very loud music, and started hitting and destroying everything in the unit. The drywall looked like it had chicken pox. The bathroom was destroyed. The kitchen counter was destroyed. The cabinets were destroyed. Everything was destroyed in the unit. It was a small, like 600 square foot unit, maybe 650. $25,000 in damage. Again, we were called. Police were called. And lo and behold, Mark went to jail. As I recall, 3 or 4 of his guests were were arrested for, I don't know, some kind of bail violations or something. And something else we had to do is we ended up giving the tenants next door to this unit free rent for the next month because they were scared, right? People were just beating on the walls. We had to do, I think we ended up throwing a party for the other units because it was a courtyard, right? So we had to apologize to the other tenants. I think my team went down there and talked to all of them and let them know what happened. And this is not something we wanted. And, you know, all of that. Yes, outstanding warrants. Thank you. Yes, outstanding warrants. That's what it's called. Yes. Thank you, Millennial Mike. But yeah, that, you know, the other thing I want to be known is this is my worst tenant story. I want it to be clear, and I meant to do this at the opening, but I failed. 98, 97, 98% of my tenants are hardworking, wonderful people. And we are in a great relationship. I keep the places safe, secure. I work with them, right? We are in a health crisis. I am working with them. As I shared in that one video where I'm down 25,000 plus, now it's probably 30 or 35,000. You know, I work with people, but if you are going to act like a rotten scoundrel, you are going to get what's coming to you. So I will always have my hammer party, like hammer time, right? I still remember the pictures of the drywall. Bam, 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 bam. Crazy. People are rotten. Some people are just rotten. But I want it to be known that most tenants, 97, 98% of tenants are awesome, hardworking, just wonderful people. Every once in a while, you come across just rotten people who are just out to destroy, create chaos. They think the rules don't apply to them. And this is another reason why I believe in karma. Yes, their destruction caused me to lose probably all in 30 grand. They went to jail. They went to jail. And my property manager had to go to, I don't know if it was actually court or somebody interviewed them, showed them pictures of what happened. So again, if you like the suffering of a landlord, you now have the truth behind a hammer party. It does happen. People are rotten. I don't know why he felt the need to destroy, because he didn't qualify. He was, as we found out later, he was a drug dealer. That's why he had cash. He was a drug dealer. I'm glad he's out. I didn't want him selling drugs in my complex anyway. You don't think property managers check references, check jobs? They do. I don't understand. I don't understand people. So that's my hammer story. I hope it never happens to you, but we've had thousands of tenants by now. And that's my one. That's without a doubt my worst tenant story. If you have your own tenant stories, leave comments below. Yeah, that was a crazy phone call. All right, everybody, take care.